Welcome back to Unirunner Video Drum Lessons for September 13th, 2007. My name's Darren Mathis, and what you were watching there was me playing along with a drumless track that I recorded. And what I'd like to do today is play a little bit more of the track, and I'll stop the video and come back and explain some of the things I'm doing in the video and my approach to the tune. Also, I'd like to mention that if you're interested in playing along with the song yourself, it's called Stomp Box. You can go to unirunner.com/drumless tracks, and it's available there for you to download. And the proceeds from those downloads will go to support Unirunner Video Drum Lessons, so I appreciate that. Okay, so what I was doing there, I'll explain one of the fills that you probably saw me playing a few times, which I like quite a bit. And so I'm playing along with the groove, and 1 and 2 and 3 and is the fill there. So I'll break it down a little bit, or I'll slow it down. It's just 1 and 2 and then a crash. So usually I'll do it at the end of a phrase, so it'd be like we'll play measure of 4, 1 and 2 and, or 4 measures, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, crash. So it's a pretty simple figure. It's just 1 and 2 and, but if you play it fast, it sounds like it's kind of have this rushing feel all of a sudden into your into the downbeat of the next measure, even though it's a very slow groove. You can fit in this kind of really rushing sounding fill, which I think sounds pretty cool. So it's, and then you can mix that up over, you can either play that on the snare or boom, ba-doo, boom, boom, you know, throughout the toms. So let's go back to the video, and then I'll be back in a few moments. Okay, so what you might have heard me playing there a little bit was while I was trying to emphasize certain accents, I would hold back a little bit on it. So I generally try and keep a steady tempo, and I'll try and sing the tune a little bit. Ba, 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 especially on that 1. So on some of those key accents like ba, 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 that one, ba, 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 I'll try and hold back a little bit because there's a difference, especially on the 1s. Ba, da, ba, da. So there's just a difference in the emotion you can convey and the feel and groove of the song. There's a difference between going ba 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 da da ba da da ba 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 da ba 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 ba, and going ba 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 da. It just adds more weight. If you hold back just slightly, it's almost unperceptible or unperceivable, this holding back on that. But it really conveys a lot of emotion, and I've mentioned before, you can hear it in songs like Smells Like Teen Spirit by Nirvana. That's a good example of it. If you break that song down, you realize that it's they're not burying the metronome. I mean, they're not playing as precisely as the metronome in that one. They're holding back on certain beats. So it just adds more weight to the track. So let's go back to the track, and I'll be back in a few moments. Okay, you'll notice what I was doing there was single stroke rolls from time to time. I would try and start off quietly and then end up loud and end up on a crash. So it'd be like dun 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 dun. So the challenge there is to be able to end the roll at the right time and have your hand come up either right or left and crash. So I just try and play as fast as I can while keeping a tempo with my foot, or keeping time with my foot, and so, or mentally, either way, you know, if you're not keeping time with your foot. But I would recommend trying to keep time with your foot, and that'll be one clue as to when you need to come up and crash. Because I'm not really counting as how many notes I'm playing in there. I'm just trying to play it as fast as I can and then end up on the crash. So you gotta really time it out mentally, just kind of hear that tempo in your head to be able to end up on the crash there at the right time. So let's go back to the video again. Okay, so what you saw me doing in that section of the track, as we got towards the end of the, or getting towards the end of the tune, is playing eighth notes on my left foot, and it's just syncing up with what I'm playing on the ride cymbal, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and so I'm playing the hi-hat as well, and so that just adds another layer to the sound to kind of bring it up towards that climax towards the end of the song, and the most just adds another level of sound, you know, kind of taking it to a 11, as they say. So that's something you can work on. It also helps you keep time if you're doing a lot of tom work or fill or crash cymbals and things like that too. So just kind of helps you add time and another level of sound to the track. So again, I want to mention, if you want to play along with that song, it's available at unirunner.com/drumless tracks, and it's entitled Stomp. It's an MP3 file with a click in, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it's all recorded to a metronome, so it should be really solid time for you to play along with on drums. And if you have the capability to record yourself playing with the track, I'd love to hear it. You can send it to me. My email is info@unirunner.com. Otherwise, if you have any questions, comments, or suggestions about this podcast, you can go to unirunner.com. And until next time, keep practicing, have fun with the drumless track, and God bless.